Good morning, beautiful people. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I really appreciate all your viewers. Thank you for the super thanks, the PayPal donations, but mostly for watching my channel and for commenting. Please don't forget to do any of that. Now, Meghan Markle has finally appeared in the Clever Brands, in a Clever Brand ad. Yes, this ad was shared on Instagram on Clever Brands. All about empowering women, all about ethical, all about everything. Sadly, all of their, this is the horrible thing about it. All of their materials that they get to work or do their coffee with, they get it from, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Xinjiang, which is only 4 miles away from this city. Uldur, I wish I were pronouncing it correctly, where it's been deemed that a lot of women get raped in these factories that produce the materials and the products that they send over to the United States, to the point that the United States has banned it. That the United States has banned it. The last time that they imported, Clever Brands brought 15 tons. Clever Brands brought 15 tons from Xinjiang to package it here or to sell it here, to produce it over there. Basically, just they sell it here. Okay, that's Clever Brands. I don't know if they've getting out the materials and the product and the production, everything else here in the States, but the last time they did, they were from Xinjiang, and specifically from that little town where women are continuously raped, where it has been banned and advised for people not to buy because of the horrible violations to human rights, but specifically women's rights. By the way, I have tested that Clever Brand thing, and it really sucks. It's not great. It's actually quite crappy. Now, it must be really pissing for Meghan. Meghan must be really upset because, Tom Bauer just said that Meghan thought that Harry was a billionaire in the millions. I believe that. So Meghan must be really angry that she has to hustle and invest in these type of companies because Harry is not the billionaire or millionaire that she thought he was. It is kind of like a sad thing if you really think about it. It's kind of like things backfire. She gets to use a title, but she doesn't get the money she wants, and then she has to smirch the title and denigrate the title to the point that it means nothing through their actions. That must be pissing her off. What do you guys think? Now, what it's funny is that they advertise it as Meghan Markle's own coffee brand. It's not. She's an investor, okay? And then she sent it to Oprah, and Oprah proudly blended in and showed it, and of course that increased the sales and everything. All of the back of raped and brutalized women from Xinjiang and the other, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the city, where women are kept and they're forced to do the labor, and they're repeatedly raped. Okay, but hey, that's okay. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is the one who's investing it because she's all for equality. She's all for everything. I don't understand why they don't do their homework before they get involved in a company like that. I really don't. It's just a quick search up from Google. Oh, I forgot. Meghan doesn't Google, right? Meghan doesn't investigate anybody. Meghan doesn't Google at all. Yeah. Even though Serena Williams' husband works in a major tech company. Yeah. And they're very good buddies, and they're also invest in stuff like that. I mean, it is laughable. It is really laughable. You know that for my papaya, where I work with the papaya thing, I hire girls because, or ladies, because, and it's considered here a man's world, a man's thing to be in agriculture. And I hire them on purpose because most of these ladies don't have jobs. They depend on men that are very, they don't give them money. At the end of the week, they get the money and then they go party and they don't give any money to their home. So I hire the ladies. I was actually threatened when I started doing that. Thankfully, things have passed and now they work with me and it doesn't, I don't get those threats anymore. But here we have Meghan Markle investing in a small clever company, whatever you want to call it. You know what's interesting? Why doesn't she invest in black owned businesses? Because the lady who owns it is a couple of white people. Why doesn't she search out black owned companies, startups, and invest in them? No. But never mind that the people who are packaging and producing all of that in Xinjiang are being raped and brutally abused. And they come from a really horrible regime. Meghan is empowering women. I wonder how these women that are being raped feel about it. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Now, we have Courtney Cox, who has finally spoken out about Harry's book, saying that she never gave him any mushrooms, that there were no mushrooms lying around, that he did stay for a couple of days at her home, and that she ran into him at a birthday party. I assume that's Portia's birthday party. But she didn't talk to him because he was talking to other people. How can you not talk to him about it? That your name is mentioned in a worldwide book as you being a, you know, that you have psychedelics and mushrooms in your home, which is an illegal substance. And you don't speak to the person about it. Say, hey, Harry, what the fuck? What are you talking about? You put my name in a book saying that I gave you, or, you know, you ate the mushrooms in my home. I don't have that. Because that's actually quite serious. But no, she was too shy to talk to him. He wasn't shy to stay in her home for 2 or 3 days of a person that she's never met. Can you imagine? That means Courtney Cox is really nice, that she lets just anybody stay in her home. Or was it the prince title that, you know, it's okay for a prince to stay at her home. It's okay for a prince to trash her name. And she runs into him at a party, and she doesn't confront him about it or talk to him about it. I'm going to call BS on that. I'm going to call BS on that because, if anything, these stars are very, very peculiar with their names. And they don't want to be associated with negative stuff. So, does it make sense to you that Courtney Cox is going to be at the same place that this man wrote a book, and her name is basically was not very nice? He's not a very good person, you know, to allow to stay in anybody's home, because he gives detailed stuff about them. And then on top of that, he lies. Because she said if there were mushrooms, I didn't give them and I didn't have them. So, yeah, I'm going to call BS on Courtney Cox. And it just goes to show the hypocrisy of, how can she say that he was nice if she wasn't there? And she only saw him at the party and she wasn't really that much at the party. And Harry doesn't say that he stayed a couple of days there. He just said he went to a party at Courtney Cox's home. So somebody's lying, and it doesn't sound very well, does it? No, it doesn't. But yeah, this is what these people do. I mean, they will cover each other's asses. I don't know what Courtney Cox is onto. I don't know if she's really onto mushrooms, you know, but somebody's lying, because she said he stayed there for 2 or 3 days, and then he said he just went to a party and there were mushrooms there and he left. And she didn't know him, but she let him stay at her house. I mean, what do you guys think? Everything is so weird. This is why I tell you, Hollywood is Holly weird. Because, and for the people saying that the Met Gala that nobody's gonna kiss their asses. Yes, they are. Hollywood and those kind of peoples have absolutely zero moral compass, so they will kiss anybody's ass. I can guarantee you that if Harvey Weinstein leaves the next day and then he becomes powerful again, they will all be kissing his ass. I mean, it was an uphill battle to the women who firstly accused him to actually get him, convicted, or even for people to believe him, because people like Oprah were trashing them, and they were making it harder for them. We had Gwyneth Paltrow, Meryl Streep, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, anybody who was Jennifer Lawrence, and yet all these women are very quiet on that front, knowing what Harvey Weinstein was doing. So this is why Hollywood is so weird, because they don't like to really trash or call anybody out, because just in case they become powerful again, then they will need it, instead of actually taking a stand and saying no, it's no. Now Harry, with this guy is known for advocating for a hard psychedelic drug to treat depression, but it's been proven that it really doesn't work. He had some sort of trauma himself, because his mother abandoned him or something like that, and he never got over that. These are weak-minded people. I know a lot of people who have been abandoned by their mothers. I know a lot of people who have survived horrible tragedies. I've been through 2 wars. I've seen people be shot and killed. You don't hear me complaining about it. I've lost last year's crop. I lost it. That was my whole year of work and everything. I'm not crying about it. I wish I hadn't, but hey, I'm trying again. So, Sadie, I swear to God, you know what really bothers me about this? That she's, I'm not bothered. I love her. She just wants attention. She can't see me with the phone because then she starts doing this. But what do you guys think? Who do you think is lying, Courtney or Harry? Do you believe that Courtney was at the same place with somebody? Look at the lady that Harry mounted. Remember? She came out and spoke about it, because she said, I know that they were going to hunt me down, and I know that we're going to talk about it, so I'm going to give my side of the story. So Courtney hasn't even read the book. She's heard it's entertaining, but she knows her name kind of has been mentioned. That is not what my sources told me. Apparently she was pretty pissed, and not her, but her reps reached out to his reps to talk about this and why he had mentioned her name, and to ask him to please kindly take that bit out of the book in case they do the paperback edition, which they won't, because the books haven't sold out the way they thought they would. So who do you believe? Harry says that he only went to a party at Courtney Cox's home, and then Courtney says that he stayed there for 2 or 3 days, even though she's never met this guy. A book is published and she doesn't say anything. And then, of course, she's in the same room with this man and she doesn't confront him. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm going to call bullshit on that. And Meghan, empowering women, according to her, from a company that gets all their things manufactured in Xinjiang, and I wish I could say the names, but where women are forced to work. It's forced labor and raped. But hey, drink that coffee, Oprah. Please give me your thoughts and let me know what you think.